In 1948, the Soviets thought they could starve Berlin into submission. Instead, the Allies launched the most insane logistics operation in history and broke the blockade without firing a single bullet. The US, UK, and France launched the Berlin Airlift, flying in supplies continuously for 15 months from 1948 to May 1949. A massive Allied operation where planes flew food, fuel, and coal into Soviet-blockaded West Berlin for over a year, sustaining 2 million people through constant flights, becoming a key early Cold War victory and humanitarian triumph. After World War II, Berlin sat deep inside Soviet-controlled East Germany, but the city itself was split between the Allies and Soviets. Stalin wanted the Western powers out, so on June 24, 1948, he cut off all roads, railways, and canals into West Berlin, and blocked the water access to West Berlin to force the Allies out. 2 million civilians were trapped with only enough food for 36 days. The Allies had two choices: force their way through Soviet blockades and risk World War III, or abandon Berlin. Instead, they chose option 3. Fly everything in by air. Military planners said it was impossible. Berlin needed 4,500 tons of supplies daily just to survive. Coal for heating, flour for bread, medicine, clothes, everything. No airlift in history had delivered even close to that amount. They did it anyway. American and British pilots flew around the clock in 3 air corridors. A plane landed in Berlin every 30 seconds at the peak of operations. Pilots called it Operation Vittles. They flew through storms, ice, fog, and exhaustion. Some planes crashed. 78 people died keeping Berlin alive. The Soviets watched in disbelief as month after month the supplies kept coming. Berliners stood at the airports cheering as planes descended. One American pilot started dropping chocolate bars attached to tiny parachutes for children waiting below. Other pilots copied him. Soon kids called them the chocolate bombers. Stalin finally gave up after 11 months. On May 12, 1949, the blockade ended. The Allies had delivered over 2 million tons of supplies in 277,000 flights. They proved you could defeat an enemy without violence, just pure stubborn determination and logistics. The Berlin airlift saved 2 million people and showed the Soviets that the West wouldn't back